Welcome to Hero Wars Info. My name is Ryan. Today we're going to be doing a Hero Wars deep dive on Orion. Orion is one of the stronger mages in Hero Wars, especially when paired with Augustus. We're going to be going over his skills, whether you should consider leveling him up, and how you can counter him. So we'll start at his top skill, Total Destruction, his ultimate ability. Fires 6 magic missiles at the enemies with the highest health. That damage is 45% magic attack plus 6,500. He has an ascension skill on top of this called Tactical Destruction. So whenever an enemy is stunned or slowed, they receive a mark. When using Total Destruction, Orion launches an additional rocket at the marked targets, dealing 30% magic attack plus 4,800 damage. So just a little bit extra damage on his ultimate ability. Magnetic Field creates an explosion in the backline of the enemy, dealing damage over an area and slowing enemies for 4 seconds. That damage is 40% magic attack plus 1,300. And the chance to slow is lowered if the target's level is above 130, so make sure this is maxed out in terms of the skill. Antimatter Blast fires a magic missile at the nearest enemy, stunning them for 4 seconds and dealing magic damage. A lot of people don't know Orion does have a stun ability. Damage is 80% magic attack plus 7,800, and chance to stun is lowered if the target's level is above 130. He also has an ascension skill here, the Antimatter Chain. Upon impact, the antimatter missile bounces towards the 2 nearest enemies. The bounce projectile deals 40% magic attack plus 3,900 damage and stuns the targets for 1 second. So this can be a 3-target stun. Not that long of a stun, but still very good. Full Charge is a passive skill. Orion receives additional energy with each attack. So in terms of skins, Orion has 5 plus his regular intelligence skin. Priority for these is Magic Penetration number 1, Magic Attack number 2, Intelligence number 3, Health number 4, Magic Defense number 5, and Armor number 6. You just don't have a lot of physical attacks happening to Orion since he stands in the backline, but usually is not the absolute backline hero. So he actually might be considered to stand in the middle line, but you don't see him targeted a lot unless there's AoE damage. He is a role, so his main stat is intelligence, meaning he will get extra physical attack if intelligence is the hero's main stat. It doesn't help him that much. In terms of items, as always with any intelligence hero, Lamort's cards are going to be huge, as well as these Enigma's Chronicles. You're going to need a lot to level him up there. Glyphs. He has Magic Attack, Health, Magic Penetration, Magic Defense, and Intelligence. Magic Penetration is number 1, followed by Magic Attack, Intelligence, Health, and Magic Defense is the order. In terms of artifacts, he has a Magic Penetration artifact. This is one of the things that kind of moves him to the next level because he's able to ult really quick because he's getting additional energy. So your team can have a lot of Magic Penetration. The DD901 Arsenal is that he has a Magic Penetration and Magic Attack Manuscript of the Void, and lastly, Intelligence. It goes 1, 2, 3 in terms of priority. Magic Penetration for the team is the most important, since you're going to be using a lot of other magic heroes with him, usually. Then Manuscript of the Void, then the Ring of Intelligence. We already talked about his Ascension abilities, and he is part of the Mage branch, so if you want to upgrade him there, that's how you'd be able to do it. Now let's go ahead and go into a battle with Orion, and I'm going to be facing a Rufus, Nebula, Heidi, Amira, Martha team. You see these relatively often, and you're thinking, okay, well, why are you using Orion and magic damage with them? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at this battle replay. I used a Morgan, Nebula, Orion, Augustus, and Aiden team. Basically, and you'll notice in just a sec, so we'll pause it whenever he does some of his abilities. So that's his basic attack right there, right? It's just like a little laser beam. And then you see this like little thing? That's the magnetic field. That's that magnetic field that's going towards the back. So that is slowing down these enemies. You can see that little field beneath them. And now he just did his ultimate ability, and he's doing his ultimate ability again. You can see the Magic Penetration is coming out here, so the rest of the team, look at that. Like that team just got annihilated by an Orion Augustus Nebula boosted. So there's a lot of situations that Orion can be very, very good. That Full Charge really just keeps on allowing him to ult a lot, especially if he's starting to kill people. He will just completely decimate a team if put in the right situation. So Let's talk about his strengths. He is one of the strongest attacking mages. So whenever I say attacking, it means that he does a lot of damage usually, especially if he is boosted with Nebula or has Augustus next to him. Those three are an amazing combo against most teams. So, just a lot of damage that can be done in the right situations. His damage can also be turned into pure damage with Augustus, which is why those two go so well hand in hand. So you don't really usually see them besides like just with themselves because they are such a good combination. So that is one of his strengths. If you level up Orion, you will want to level up Augustus very soon after. His weaknesses. So he is a little bit of a glass cannon. He doesn't have a lot of defense, no dodge, not high armor, not high magic defense, anything like that. He has a decent amount of health, but not excessive. And if you're really trying to make sure he's a impactful hero, Nebula really takes him to the next level. But without a Nebula, he's not going to do nearly as much damage. So he becomes still good, just not as good. Counters. Very one strong counter here, Isaac. I mean, you could throw Cornelius in there as a counter as well. And maybe a few other like high magic defense heroes like a Thea that can stop magic attack from being as effective. But Isaac is the hard counter to Orion that most people probably have leveled up. His ability of total destruction immediately gets shut down whenever it ults once, and then Isaac is going to ult, basically making him worthless unless you have a different setup, or an Augustus that might be dealing pure damage. Who is he good against? He's good against a lot of heroes. It depends on the team. My favorite to move him against is what I showed you, the Amira, Nebula, Heidi, which is relatively popular. It can be hard to beat, but if you have the right team, it can be very easy to beat. And Orion is one of my favorite heroes to do that. Who is he best used with? Well, I've already talked about Augustus. I've already talked about Nebula. Those are the two that I like to keep him there with. Really, anyone that also increases magic attacks. So Celeste is an interesting option as an additional hero. Dorian is another option because Orion fires his missiles so much that he can heal himself pretty quickly. So even if he is taking a lot of damage, Dorian will allow that vampirism ability to heal him up pretty nice. Best pets to use? I personally like Merlin. And I use Merlin just because it speeds him up. And it gives him extra magic penetration and magic attack, so he can be really quick. Biscuit is also a pretty solid choice, because Biscuit will stop healing if it is a heavy healing team, because he's hitting so many different targets. Overall grade, I put him at A-. He is one of my favorite heroes. I have him completely maxed out on my account. I would put him probably in the top 10 heroes that you should level. He is a lot of fun. He can be used in a lot of different types of situations. Obviously, everyone in Hero Wars is counterable, so there's no strongest hero. But I would say he's definitely in the top 10 of someone that you want to level up as soon as possible. If you do have any suggestions on who you want to see next, go ahead and put them in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching.